In the book of 1 Corinthians 13:11, the Bible says, "When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I did away with childish things." So our first challenge of the young or the rising generation that is bringing us onto a prolonged adolescent syndrome is excessive emotional dependency. We have an emotional dependency where the youths are not able to do it on their own. And just allow me to read the definition. Is when a person relies excessively on others for emotional fulfillment and a sense of self-worth. Just simply to explain this is when you find yourself you don't have a belief of your own. I have talked to a number of young marriages where a young man and a young lady, lovebirds, got together, married each other, but the young man, after every single week, he has to go see his mother. It's the lady or the man. You talk something, you say, "My mom said, my mom said, my mom said, my dad said, my dad advised," and you find they don't have a mind of their own because of excessive reliance. You lost yourself when you're growing up. When Paul is saying, "When I grew up, I dropped the childish ways." Childish ways means after you have gone through the formative stage, you have gone to college. After college, whether the job is there or not, there is a sense of maturity that you have to show us. Maturity has 4 facets: the physical, the emotional, the spiritual, and the social. But you find most of us are not able to grow or expand because you have a safety. I talked recently to a young man who is 25, 26 years old and is still depending on his parents way after college to pay his rent and find his way around. It's not wrong to support a child. I'm not saying when they become mature you drop them. No. But there is a level of maturity of a gentleman or a lady that when you mature up, you will start learning how to fight your own battles. There are battles when you say, "Allow me, I'm going to Mombasa, I'm going to look for an opportunity, I'll find it." You might have a landing point, but you may not have everything figured out because you're a man, you find your way. But today we have who are even fearing to step out. Why? One, they have lacked their own meaning. Why we have emotional dependence? Because you have not even found yourself. Self-identity. You buried your identity in your parents or in your home, or your siblings took over, or you refused completely to step out to know yourself because everything was covered. Mom was thinking on your behalf. Sorry, moms, I'm on you too much today, but it's the truth. When it comes to parenting, the mother has a way of an emotional feeling with the child, and the mother can let go or not let go of the children. It's possible. You hold too close, too dear, until the first day you let your son or your daughter cross the highway or go to town, by public means if you are well off, definitely. Or even trusting them they can go for an errand and come back. You found that it took you forever to release that child. And even today, you are still careful to look at every day. That child becomes an emotional dependent person on you. And finally, when he grows up, even he gets a job, he doesn't have much motivation to make the job happen because he knows he has a safety net. You have a safety zone. Even if nothing works, I'll go back home. So number 1, emotional dependency. We must interrogate as parents. Could it be we have extended too much emotional help to our children such that they can't even think on their own? We are busy thinking on their behalf. They are not able to be on their own, inability to be alone. They can't be alone. I recently had a friend who told me, "Can you please meet my sister? She's 25 now." And literally they are trying to help the sister move out to stay on her own, but she can't. She has excuses. Yes, she has a good job she's doing. She's self-employed, but she can't move out on her own. She has a fear of staying alone. Why? Things are taken care of where I am.